Panic attacks are like unwelcome visitors, arriving unannounced and wreaking havoc on our lives. For me, they emerged at a time when I felt most vulnerable, triggering a cascade of fear and anxiety that threatened to consume me. However, amidst the chaos, I discovered a simple yet profound truth that would ultimately set me free. Growing up, my father's health struggles cast a shadow over my own well-being. With 3 heart surgeries and 2 heart attacks under his belt, his medical history loomed large in my mind. It wasn't until I reached the same age he had his first heart attack that panic attacks began to plague me. It started with obsessive thoughts fueled by the fear that my own heart would fail me. The slightest flutter or irregular beat would send me spiraling into panic, convinced that I was on the brink of a heart attack. Some episodes felt so intense that they mimicked the symptoms of a genuine cardiac emergency. Despite my reluctance to seek medical help, the fear became too overwhelming to ignore. Reluctantly, I made an appointment with our family doctor, hoping for answers and relief from the relentless grip of anxiety. Sitting in the doctor's office, I braced myself for the worst as the tests were conducted. Yet, to my astonishment, the diagnosis was not what I had anticipated. My heart was deemed healthy, and the palpitations were attributed to nothing more than allergies. With those simple words, uttered by an authority figure, a weight was lifted from my shoulders. It was as if a switch had been flipped, dispelling the irrational fears that had held me captive for so long. Just hearing that my heart was fine was enough to halt the panic attacks in their tracks. Walking out of the doctor's office that day, I felt a sense of liberation wash over me. The prison of anxiety that had confined me for years suddenly dissolved, replaced by a newfound sense of peace and reassurance. Armed with the knowledge that my heart was healthy, I no longer lived in fear of its betrayal. Reflecting back on that momentous day, I realized the power of belief and the influence of authority on our psyche. It was a psychosomatic mind trick, perhaps, but one that brought about tangible results. By shifting my perspective and trusting in the expertise of others, I was able to break free from the grip of panic and reclaim control over my life. The sudden and overwhelming surges of fear and anxiety can be debilitating and mystifying. They often strike without warning, leaving individuals feeling powerless and confused. Yet beneath the surface of these terrifying episodes lie complex layers that intertwine psychological triggers with spiritual origins. Understanding these layers is crucial for finding effective relief and reclaiming control over one's mental and emotional well-being. At the forefront of panic attacks are often psychological triggers, which can vary widely from person to person. These triggers may stem from past traumas, unresolved conflicts, or even everyday stressors that accumulate over time. For some, like my story, it might be a fear of losing control or a sense of impending doom. For others, it could be triggered by specific situations or environments that evoke intense anxiety. Digging deeper, we uncover the spiral of inner turmoil that can fuel panic attacks. It's the restless mind constantly churning with worries and doubts that sets the stage for these episodes. When we are not centered within ourselves, when our thoughts are scattered and chaotic, we become vulnerable to the onslaught of panic. Learning to quiet the mind and cultivate inner peace is essential for breaking free from this cycle. Beyond the realm of psychology lies the often overlooked spiritual dimension of panic attacks. In many cases, these episodes can be manifestations of spiritual unrest, a disconnect from our deeper selves, or a lack of alignment with our purpose. When we stray too far from our spiritual center, we become susceptible to anxiety and panic. Addressing the spiritual roots of panic attacks requires a journey inward, reconnecting with our essence and finding meaning in our lives. Fortunately, there are various methods of relief that address both the psychological and spiritual aspects of panic attacks. Psychosomatic mind tricks, such as deep breathing exercises and progressive muscle relaxation, can help interrupt the body's stress response and bring immediate relief during an attack. Meditation, with its focus on mindfulness and inner awareness, offers a powerful tool for calming the mind and restoring balance to the spirit. Additionally, hypnosis can be utilized to access the subconscious mind and reframe negative thought patterns that contribute to panic attacks. Panic attacks are multifaceted experiences that demand a holistic approach to healing. By acknowledging the psychological triggers and spiritual origins of these episodes, we can begin to unravel their complexities and find effective methods of relief. Whether through psychosomatic mind tricks, meditation, hypnosis, or a combination of these approaches. There is hope for reclaiming control over our mental and emotional well-being. It's a journey of self-discovery and self-empowerment, leading us back to a place of inner peace and resilience. My journey with panic attacks taught me invaluable lessons about the interplay between mind and body, and the importance of seeking help when faced with overwhelming challenges. While the road to recovery may be fraught with obstacles, it is also marked by moments of profound revelation and transformation. I want to emphasize that these are my thoughts and experiences. I am not a medical professional. For any mental health issues, always consult with a medical professional or licensed therapist. If you found value in this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and maybe giving it a like. I would be very grateful.